So we have a very serious problem here in Quebec, but before I address that problem, I'm going to digress a little bit, okay? So in Quebec, we had this guy named Roger Drolet. He had a show on AM radio for a long time now. I don't know the exact amount of years, so I'm just going to throw a number out there, like 35 years, okay? So I started to listen to this guy because the mother of my best friend was a very religious Italian woman, Catholic, okay? And when I was young, she said I reminded her of Roger Drolet. So I was curious and I started to listen to this guy while I was driving my cab. Of course, when someone got into my cab, I had to turn the radio to another station, to music, not to piss off my customers. But why I'm mentioning this guy is that during his show, he kept saying people don't listen, right? And even when he was saying that, the people kept on talking. They didn't even listen to him say that the people don't listen. So this is why I mentioned this, because I'm going to bring this back to today, to people that work on the radio today. I don't think people are listening to the people who work on our radio stations here in Montreal, okay? Because if the people would be really listening, like we have a bunch of people, and they're probably like only 40 people, okay? They're on radio, they're on TV, and these people, if you listen to them very carefully, they think they rule the world. Like yesterday, I was in my car because I was going to apply for a job, and I was like 2 hours in my car because everything was jammed. I couldn't move, right? And it's just half an hour away, and it took me 2 hours. So I was listening to the radio. And while I was driving my route there for like the past 4 years in my truck, I was always listening to the radio also, okay? So it's not anything new. And these people, they're always talking about the US, okay? The US, the US, the US, the US. Now, we're in Quebec here. We're not in the US, okay? So why are they always talking about the problems in the USA? There's nothing they can do about the problems in the USA. And first of all, most people in the USA, they don't listen to a Montreal radio station, and they don't even understand French. So what's the point? Are they planning to convince people that live in the USA to do something? So the entire thing is nonsense, right? So we're in Quebec. They have to deal with the problems of Quebec. Forget about the USA. You cannot change nothing in the USA. The Americans are going to deal with their own problems, okay? And the Canadians are going to deal with their own problems, even if they say, oh yeah, but it's our neighbor and what they do affects us. Yes, it does affect us in a way, okay? Little things, but we're not going to change what's going on in the USA. So, stop talking about it.